Today we're flying out the Su-17 swing wing plane. It's a little bit of a gimmick plane, but it has a very neat utility that can make you very effective. The problem is, half your team will be in these and most of them will be bombing. I got a few games for you today, quite a few clips actually. The first one is how I used to play it. I would rush in, I would pick off anyone at the start of the match. The problem with this is, it's very easy to get jumped and focused because you're the only one at the forefront. If this ever happens, you are dead. I'm running full S24s for people that are rolling around that I can't hit because this thing is not very maneuverable, and I use them for the head-ons. I have them set on 1000 meters and this is for me the preferred distance. These are really nice for people going head-on with you if you're trying to side rush, which is the main thing I want to be focusing on today. You want to fly this thing a little bit like a scumbag and you want to sneak around the map, especially at the start of the game. As an actual air supremacy fighter, this thing is not very good. If you get cut off, if someone's chasing you around, the game is basically over for you. Sure, you can outrun most guys, but you don't have countermeasures, you don't pull hard enough, and you're one hot plane. Missiles don't lose track of you. You are going to eat the radar missile, you're going to eat the IR missiles. That's just how it is. There's a good way to avoid missiles, and that's how I will be playing it, and I will show you that right after this game. Go ahead on with the F4E, shoot 2 S24s at him, and if one of them gets near him, well, he's going to be blowing up and he's going to be toast. And that's 2 S24 kills, and they're very effective for this. But the main reason I use them for is, I will show you that in the later games. I got like 5-6 clips for you today. I tried really hard to make this thing work, and I think that this is the most effective way to fly it if you want to fly it like a fighter, if you want to support your team. If you're going to fly this thing like an attacker or a bomber, this thing is actually really good. I'm not going to be talking about the capabilities of that, but if you get something like the task, kill X amount of bases for the warbond shop, this is probably going to be your best bet. Nothing will intercept you before you reach the base, and you will just have some free progress in. I'm chasing an F4C and an F4E. The F4C is not going to be dodging my R60, because well, he's one, very occupied with going for that bomb target, and 2 is it's simply an F4C. So I shoot it within 1.5 kilometers. I go head on with the F4E, shoot a little bit where I predict him to be in the next second, set him on fire as well, and that's 5 kills within 2 minutes. And I actually don't advise you to play this way. What I advise you to do is, well, this. You want to rush in, but you don't want to rush in straight from the front, because if you go head on with 5 people at once, big chance there's going to be an FG1 or something with a Doppler radar who's going to lock you up with a radar missile, and you're actually going to struggle a lot trying to dodge that one. What I advise you to do, stay low, try to stay in ground clutter, try to stay out of line of sight of people, and you want to just rush just around the enemy climb path, and then cut in from the side, from behind. Depends a little bit on the map. The big open flat maps, the big flat open maps with very long lines of sight, like Poland, Berlin, Ruhr, those maps are a pain in the ass for this plane, whereas maps like Krimsk, Korea and Malta, just in this clip, are very good for you, because you can stay in the terrain and you can pop up when they don't expect you. And why is this so important? I'm below people, people don't look here, and I'm in a place where people don't expect you to be. Sometimes you'll encounter one straggler, just like here, not able to pull in, but now I'm coming in from the side, and because communication doesn't exist in War Thunder, I can just freely fly right into the enemy territory and come in from the side. Sometimes even from behind, depending on the map, and you will just have an absolute field day. Because right now everyone's chasing the other Su-17, I'm coming in from the side, that's missile number 1. Knock the hunter, that's missile number 2, goes to the J-35 because it's much hotter, but it doesn't matter because I wanted to kill him even more. And then I turn back in to go for the hunter here, lock him up, shoot a missile, but my friendly just shot a missile as well. Quote unquote stole them, I'm not gonna say that, but you can see that if that guy wasn't there, there would have been 3 easy missile kills. And now I'm gonna be showing you how to dodge these missiles, especially Magics and 9Js are the biggest problem of this plane, but if you keep your speed up, which you can do when you rush in like this, because you should be uninterrupted for the most part, Magic coming in. He is in range. You wait for that missile to burn up, then you make that missile go for you, you make that thing lose speed by just moving left and right. If the missile is a little bit closer, you can try going slightly up, because the missile is very light, and without any propulsion, it loses a lot of speed very quickly, and then you can simply just outrun the missile again. But do keep in mind you want to be somewhat fast for that, but you should have some speed going in, considering your playstyle. This was one of the first games where I thought maybe going in from straight in the front isn't the best idea, that's why I did it so late. Normally I just instantly dip to the side and try to do a flanking maneuver, but this was the first time I tried it, and then it just kind of clicked for me. I tried really hard to make this plane work, and I think this is still one of the better ways to play it as a fighter. You don't want to be an upfront guy that goes in first, gets spotted, because everyone's going to turn for you, and well, yes, you might bleed some energy of the enemies. It's not going to be enough, and by the time the team is there, they will all have recovered it. And that's exactly why I run the S24s. If someone sees you, and it's not someone with a Vulcan, you can just pull in, shoot those things off, and fat chance you're going to get a kill, and this is really how I have been getting most of my kills. One guy in the head-on, and then 1 or 2 guys in the back. Like an F100 that's not very fast, it doesn't have much chance of dodging your R60, and I've just been feeding off the low barrel planes. You might call it a little bit scummy, but keep in mind this thing is a ground pounder, and I'm just trying to get the number advantage for my team, because numbers is everything in top tier, and when half your team is an Su-17s trying to bomb, you're gonna need those numbers, even if the bad planes, they still have missiles, they still have guns, and they can still kill your better planes as well. Another great map beyond Crimps now, and I'm just doing this very wide loop under everyone. I'm directly below these FREs, I'm kind of behind them now, so big chance they won't be even noticing me, and if not, they're flying away, because trust me, if people notice you, they are gonna go for you because you're an Su-17. You're a free kill and everyone will focus you down. Keep in mind, if you do this, especially on maps like this, you're coming from the side, you are extremely vulnerable to people that join in progress, because he would be coming right from my left right now, and there's a very big chance that I won't be able to dodge him, and if I don't even see him, I'm basically just dead. F4C won't be able to dodge my missile. I'm gonna keep the line going here. There's 2 guys right in front, but they both crashed, so I'm not gonna show you me chasing a guy that's just going to crash into a mountain, because that's just boring. And as we all say here, I'm not going to bore you with that. We are now on El Alamein. Very flat map, hard to hide yourself, but you can see I'm below 3 guys. I'm coming in from a speed and an angle where people don't expect me to be coming from, and everyone just doesn't notice me. And when I went straight in all the time, people notice me all the time, and the moment you are noticed, you are essentially dead. Shoot a missile at the FRE. If people are auto flaring, if you see that they're popping a flare every 2 or 3 seconds, don't even bother shooting R60s at these ranges, because 9 out of 10 times the missile will just go for the flare instead, and it's a wasted missile. Mirage is shooting someone, probably not paying attention. Wait to get a little bit closer, he starts pulling in, R60 out, and that's him dead. Missile coming my way. Saw the missile burn out just in time, start maneuvering a little bit left and right, and that's the missile gone. Just shot at him because I saw a guy in front of me, seems like he's in a flat spin. Good thing I missed that rocket. But now I got a Mirage riding my ass, and I can't really do much about this. So I'm gonna be throttling down so he can't magic me, because if he magics me I just instantly die, at this range anyway. So he overshoots. I'm about to throttle back up, but then I notice the FRE, so I throttle back down. This way the missile simply loses lock, and now we're on a map like Hokkaido, and this one is a little bit more tricky. This one is still doable, because you have some kind of a cliff line, but I just want to go a direction where you never see the enemy planes. So you kind of have to know most of the maps to use this thing effectively, or you can just, well, ram your head into the wall until it works. But an Hokkaido going on the left side is mostly my preferred way to be unspotted. But it depends of course on what I'm flying and what I'm doing and at what tier I'm at, but this time I thought it was a good idea, and it was. Right here we have a lightning again with another bottom barrel plane. I'm coming in from the side, he has no idea I'm here. I'm just gonna wait until I'm within 1.5 kilometers, shoot an R60 off, and considering how fast he is and how much he's paying attention, well, he's just going to eat it straight up. And I have been getting a bit more crits lately, I'm not sure what's up with that. But doesn't really matter, he's completely toast. Missed the S24, I was just trying to get these rockets off because they add drag and weight. So if I get rid of them, my performance will increase. Not sure who to go for here, but as a hunter, so I'm gonna be shooting an R60 him. Keep looking around because I don't want to get missiled right now. So I'm getting a little bit closer, the hunter seems to be pulling for the MiG-21. Shoot an R60 at him, and R60s are very susceptible to flares or any kind of heat source, and the R60 goes for his ASRAM. Not really what I planned to do, but you know, at least he did an ASRAM my teammate. And this is just kind of how you have to play it. You want to go in and out, you cannot stay in the fight whatsoever. You need people to distract the enemy, and if they aren't, well, I don't think you're really going to kill them unless they go full commit head on, just like this guy. Shoot an S24, boom, goodbye, and we just keep going straight. I don't want to waste too much energy on anyone, so not really having the aim in the head on and just kind of lobbing a missile that has the payload of a bomb at someone works quite well. FRE going for me, baiting him for the SMT, he gets R60, he's so busy trying to shoot me down that he doesn't know that he's getting missiled. Hunter in front, just kind of miss him, but my team is doing a lot better now with kind of winning, so I can start being a little bit more aggressive because I just want to get more kills. Get an S24 in, get a crit, He's not pulling out of that, and he bails out and he flies straight into the ground. And this is another map that's an absolute pain in the ass for this plane, because there is no big things to hide behind. You're in a very flat map and phantoms can spot you across the map. So what do? I just take a side, I go directly to the left of the people, and if one guy sees me and comes head on with me, I just shoot S24s at him, and 9 out of 10 times they are going to be dead. Now I want to keep my speed up and I want to be rushing straight in. I notice that there's no one on this side of the map, so I want to be getting over the other side of the map. And why do I want that? That's simply because if I'm too far away, I will take so much time to catch up with them that by the time I'm going to be catching the phantoms or whatever they're flying, they're already going to be dead, and then I have to carry, and carrying in this thing is basically not an option. Mr. Hunter, because he dodges, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be going straight for that YS. I'm right behind him and he doesn't know I'm here, and he shouldn't have to worry about me being here because the match just started, but this plane gets an air spawn and it really shouldn't have one. I'm locking him up, waiting to get a little bit closer. He starts pulling in, so I don't need to be as close, and R60 finds his way. Now we just departure, we fly away. 9J coming in, we do the exact same thing as I told you with the magics. Wait for the engine to burn up, go left and right a little bit. This time it was a little bit closer, I'm going slightly upwards because it will bleed even more speed, and we're gone. He broke off and I'm going to be outrunning him because the Su-17 is still one of the fastest planes in the game. Coming in from the side here, locking up an F4C, can't really get a lock, so shoot him down, first strike, and I'm again behind literally everyone. Not using the NR30s too much because, well, they're kind of hard to aim on this platform, but when you do hit anyone, trust me, they hit quite hard. So we just rush right towards the enemy here. At that point my friendly died and I thought maybe it's not the best idea, but then I see the F4E going straight up, so I'm gonna be taking my sweet time going straight to him. No one is in the area here that can actually chase me up, so I just pitch up a little bit, no one's looking at me, prime that missile, coming from directly below, lock a cloud somehow, global warming probably, and missile is out, he doesn't see it, he doesn't flare, and he's toast. And now I'm going to show you something that's going to happen quite a lot to you. People are going to be slotting on your 6 and you just have to run away from them. There is nothing you're going to be doing. Even the hard wing phantoms you will have a tough time defeating in a dogfight. And when there is something like a J-35 on you, yeah, you don't want to start a dogfight and then get third partied by one of the most maneuverable planes in the entire game. So I'm good, thanks. I'm just going to be running away. I'm going to be dragging these two guys across the map. And the good part about this is I killed 2 guys and I now have 2 guys on my 6, so effectively I've taken 4 enemies out of the equation, and it should help my team a lot with winning this game. And I'm just gonna be dragging them around, and for some reason they're going to be chasing me forever. I shoot off 2 rockets to stay a little bit faster, have a little bit more acceleration, because the drag at this higher speed is of course very substantial, and the more you can get rid of your plane the better. I'm keeping the 2 in the middle just in case I need them. If I feel like I ever need to lose them, I'm of course dumping them as well. Mirage coming in, and the Mirage is definitely going to be the biggest problem here because his missiles have a lot more range than the J-35s. Luckily he's too far away to actually shoot him off, so as long as he doesn't have a radar lock, which I should be able to tell by the little RWR on the left, I should be completely fine. So I'm just waiting for him to break off because I'm outrunning him, but for some reason people really like to just stick on this thing and never let go. So I'm just going to be loitering him around the map. And he's still chasing me, he's going to be chasing me forever, and I can't be fucked to do this anymore. I'm going to be running out of fuel if this keeps up. So what do? I'm just going to start dumping my ordnance in any second now. There they come. Kind of scared me with that because I thought there was something else coming in. And I'm just gonna try to dogfight him. You don't want to dogfight a Mirage. You don't. But I'm just gonna be turning straight in here, pop the air brake, drop the afterburner, turn the engine away from the Mirage so that the magic doesn't track me, and this time it actually doesn't. And at this point I'm a lot slower than him, and I hope that he was gonna turn with me. If the Mirage gets slower on my 6, it's over, it's done. I don't want that. So now I'm directly next to the airfield. Don't really like to be here, but at top tier the AA doesn't do that much anyway. Dodge his shots. Move the wings forward, because of course you want to start a prolonged dogfight, you're gonna have to do that. Miss the rounds because this thing is almost impossible to aim. He goes straight up. Miss again, that was just poor aim. That wasn't me, the plane being stupid, that was just me missing everything. And look at this airspeed, dude. I'm losing so much speed here. Mirage is of course going a little bit slower, and he's completely, I don't know what he's trying to do here. Like he rather goes for the strafe than kill the guy on the 6. I can't hit the Mirage doing that rolly shit, and I miss. But now I have a lot more energy than the Mirage. And he doesn't have any missiles left. And because he doesn't have any missiles left, I can just actually spiral climb in, drop the flaps a little bit, stall him out. And well, he's not going to be doing much about it. Of course, the Mirage is very maneuverable and he's very annoying to hit in this thing. So the fact that I'm about to hit him here is actually a miracle in itself. Crit him, and he rips, and he's going to fly straight into the ground. And then I land because I'm out of fuel, because I only have 50 seconds left. And just to wrap up this video, I'll give you a little tip for everyone that actually managed to listen to this for 15 minutes straight. You just land it normally, and once you reach about 250 kph, you can just start drifting. You will break the gear off, and then your entire body will act as a brake. The parachutes will still come out as well, and you will be stationary very, very quickly. And there you have it. Su-17. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all either tomorrow or the day after with another, well, jet video.